For millennia, humanity has grappled with these profound questions. One of the most ancient and influential accounts comes from the very first book of the Bible, Genesis. This isn't just a story. It's a foundational narrative that has shaped cultures, philosophies, and the lives of billions. Today, we're going to journey back to the very beginning to explore the epic, 7-day story of creation as told in Genesis. So, get comfortable, and let's rewind time to a point before time itself even existed. According to Genesis, our story starts in a state of formless void and darkness. The text says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters." Imagine that. No sun, no moon, no land, just a vast, dark, watery chaos. It's a powerful and mysterious image. It sets the stage for a divine act of creation, a deliberate and orderly transformation from nothingness into everything we know. And it all begins with four simple, yet world-changing words. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. This is day one. It's a moment of pure, raw power. Light pierces the darkness for the first time. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. This isn't just about a cosmic light switch being flipped on. It's about the establishment of order, the fundamental rhythm of time itself. Day and night, light and darkness. This first act of separation is a theme we'll see repeated throughout the creation week, as God brings structure and purpose to the formless void. On day two, the work of separation continues. God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. This is the creation of our atmosphere. It paints a picture of a world with waters below, which will become our oceans and seas, and waters above, held back by the sky. This act creates the space for life to eventually exist, separating the earthly realm from the celestial. The stage is being set, piece by piece, with majestic precision. Day 3 is a day of double creation. First, God gathers the waters. He said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. For the first time, we have continents and oceans. The physical geography of our world takes shape. But God isn't done with day 3 yet. The newly formed land is still barren. So, God speaks again. "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants, and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds." And instantly, the earth bursts forth with life. Grass, herbs, and fruit trees cover the land. This is the very first appearance of biological life in the Genesis account. A world not just formed, but now vibrant and green, ready to sustain future life. Now we arrive at day 4. Something interesting happens here. Remember, on day 1, light was created, but there was no mention of the sun or moon. Now, on day 4, God addresses this. He said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years." God made 2 great lights, the greater light to govern the day and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the sky to give light on the earth, and God saw that it was good. This day establishes the celestial bodies that govern our calendars, our seasons, and our very perception of time. The sun, moon, and stars are put in their places, not as deities to be worshipped, but as functional parts of God's creation, serving a purpose for the earth. With the environment set, day 5 sees an explosion of life in the seas and skies. God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." So God created the great creatures of the sea and every living thing with which the water teems, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then, for the first time, God blesses his creation, saying, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." The silent world is now filled with the splash of whales, the darting of fish, and the song of birds. The planet is coming alive, teeming with movement and sound, a dynamic ecosystem taking shape in the waters and the air. This brings us to day 6, the grand climax of the creation of the animal kingdom and the most significant creation of all. First, God populates the land. He said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals." And just like that, the land is filled with animals of every shape and size. But the masterpiece of day 6 is yet to come. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image and our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. This is a profound statement. Unlike the animals created according to their kinds, humanity is created in the image of God. This bestows a unique status, a special relationship with the Creator, and a responsibility, a stewardship over the rest of creation. God blesses them and says, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it." The creation of Adam and Eve represents the pinnacle of God's physical work, the beings with whom he can have a personal relationship. As day 6 closes, God looks over everything he has made: the light, the sky, the land, the seas, the plants, the sun, moon, and stars, the animals, and humanity. And the text says, "It was very good." Not just good, but very good. The work is complete and perfect. And so we reach day 7. After 6 days of divine labor, of speaking worlds into existence, God's work of creation is finished. On the 7th day, God rested from all his work. And God blessed the 7th day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. This isn't a rest born of exhaustion, but a rest of completion, of satisfaction. It establishes a pattern for humanity, a cycle of work and rest. The Sabbath, or the day of rest, becomes a sacred time to cease from labor, to reflect on the Creator, and to enjoy the goodness of his creation. It's the final, peaceful cadence to the symphony of creation. From a formless void to a world teeming with life, the Genesis creation account is a story of order, purpose, and divine artistry. Each day builds upon the last, in a logical and majestic progression. Whether you view this narrative as literal history, as poetic metaphor, or as theological truth, its impact is undeniable. It gives us a framework for understanding our place in the cosmos, not as a random accident, but as the intentional creation of a purposeful God, made in his image and given the responsibility to care for this beautiful world. It's a story that invites us to look at the world around us with a sense of wonder and gratitude. The sunset, the mountains, the vast ocean, the complexity of a single cell, all of it, according to Genesis, is part of a grand, divine design. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back to the beginning. It's a story that continues to inspire and challenge people across the globe. What are your thoughts on the Genesis creation account? What part of the story stands out to you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this exploration of ancient texts, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the stories that have shaped our world. Until next time, take a moment to appreciate the wonder around you. Thanks for watching.